Hey everybody, I'm back. So we're here going to do the install for this CF640 transmission into this C4 ZR1. I'm going to start off by putting this pilot bearing back in. I have my little input shaft that was cut off that we use. It's for alignment tool and for pilot bearing install. What we're going to do is get it started a little bit. Well, the object of these is ZR1. Pretty much gotta drive them all the way in. And make sure whatever you have doesn't have too long of a tip on it for driving it in, because there is a little freeze-out plug that goes in the end of the crankshaft, holds the oil in, so you don't want to damage that. And then when you inside the crankshaft, there's a little bigger area and then a smaller area. So as you go in, you can see where it changes size. So I'm going to get it all the way in there so you have good purchase on the end of the input shaft. And you can almost see it when it gets there. Looks like it's right about there. You can see where it meets. There you go, right there. Let's see if I can get a good camera view of that. There you go. There's a pilot bearing fully seated where it's supposed to be. Alright, let's throw the crank on, throw the flywheel on the crank. Got all the surfaces clean. Very important. Scotch-Brite everything. Scotch-Brite the back it is. Get all that old 262 thread locker off of there, because any little tiny bit of thousandths on there that can change the angle of the flywheel a little bit just throws everything off. It's all about alignment and having all your surfaces clean, so all your mating surfaces are clean and everything butts up perfectly. You can add a thousandth here, half a thousandth there, and before you know it, you get all kind of different angles on it. And the point is and you got to make sure this is at 6 o'clock to pin. So the point is, on these ZF transmissions, they have a roller bearing and a barrel bearing and a ball bearing in the same bearing. They're not conical, so they're actually straight bearings. So any little bit off in the alignment will make the transmission have funny noises. You can get a whirling in the pilot bearing. Your clutch may not disengage properly. You won't get nice even wear on your pressure plate to your flywheel. Very important. Make sure all mating surfaces are super clean. What I do is get all these started. One little thing I do with these is I don't put this 262 on right away. I throw all these in. And then I snug everything down first. The reason for that is Let's get them all snug there. Hold on. There you go. Alright, they're all snugged up. So the reason I do that is because if you just went gooping on the 262 right off the bat, some of that excess 262 can get in between the flywheel and the crankshaft, changing your angle on there like we were talking about, and just defeating the purpose of cleaning all the surfaces. So if you snug them all on there and you make the butt up nice and tight, then you won't have to worry about any excess 262 leaking between the flywheel and the crankshaft face. So then what I do is I go back, buzz them out one at a time, and put my 262 on there. And then we don't have to worry about spooging between them. Work our way around. Doesn't take you too much time to do it this way, it just guarantees the kill. Yeah, guaranteeing that all the surfaces are clean are very important with this ZF640 transmissions, the way they're designed. If you got any questions on that, you can call Billy from ZR51 Performance and he can explain in great detail. Known Billy forever. Played high school football together. We've been doing projects together for decades. Work our way around. There we go. All right. That started. Get our torque wrench. All right, and we got our little nice little flywheel holder that we made, and we sell these. You can contact Billy at ZR51 Performance to purchase one. Fits right on there nicely. I'll show you a little better video of it right in a second. Okay. Right there. Fits in there quite nicely. Makes it easy to hold the flywheel all tiny. Okay. What we do is, they trained up to 74 foot-pounds, so what I normally do is I'll start them off at 50. Yeah, and of course following your tightening pattern, and we'll crank it up to about 64. Do another round. Alright, I'll do the final. And to 74. Using the old torque wrenches, very important. All right, that's it. I'll go around the circle just to get for him to kill. All right, there you go. Flywheel's bolted on. Now we can put the clutch and the pressure plate on. Let's see, still got a good view. Yes, you do. Alright. We got our nice alignment tool here. It's a beautiful thing. Our clutch disc, flywheel side. It's a sprung hub disc because they don't have the dual mass flywheel on here anymore. So, and when you get rid of your dual mass flywheel, you got to use a sprung hub. All right, and we got our little pressure plate. We got grease in our throw bearing for the guide tube. Get these puppies started. Alright. And our 14 millimeter. Right there. And what I do is usually pretty anal about this. It's very important. What I'll do is I'll get them all cranked down until they're touching. Get some even pressure all around it. Well, these I'm going to touch them. Alright, take a little looky-loo here. See how even we are. little bit. And at the top. Alright. Now I feel the kind of gap I got there. Gaps feel pretty much all the same. I kind of got the same slingness on there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Still got a little movement in the clutch to make this baby slide in and out quite nicely. Very important. Get your alignment correct. Well, I like using these input shafts. Even having that plastic tool, you get a really nice alignment. That's close. It feels pretty good. Pretty good. The better alignment you got, the easier your transmission is gonna slide right in there. That's nice. I think I can live with that. Alright. Continue with our tightening. All I do is I go slowly. Very slowly. And consistently, nice and even. Yeah, I think I like that. The gap we got there. Yep. Looking pretty good. Nice. Very close. Right there. All seating pretty much at the same time. It feels good. Yep, not bad. Not too bad. Pretty even. All right. Snug them. There you go. That's nice. You can see that. Yes, you can. Alright, there's a hose wrench. These will be 37 feet-pounds. Foot-pounds, feet-pounds, I don't know. I figure it's more than 1 pound, so you figure it'd be feet-pounds. I don't know, what do I know? What do I know? Here we go. 37 foot-pounds. Bam. Didn't seem like a real lot, but it's plenty. Go around again. Get the loop. Confirm the kill. Very nice. Very nice. Double check my numbers. Yep, 37. Looks good. All right. Yeah, very happy. Very happy with that. Let's get our bell housing. Sneak this puppy in past the exhaust. There we go. Bell housing in there. There you go. Move this little catch shield out of the way. Bam. That sounded good, huh? Indeed. Alright, it's a bell housing. Bolt's caught here. There we go. These puppies caught in here. Horn. Rock and roll. Very nice. Yeah. Extension on there. 13, I think. Not. All right. There we go. More snuggy wuggy. The old gun in there. All right. Do is I'm gonna put these dust cover on here. Alright, we did it. We're in like flame. So I got the dust cover on. We're gonna go around and double check our torque here on this bell housing at 37 foot-pounds. There we go. Follow your sequence. Reposition that. Oop. A little slippery. And swivel sockets are needed, but kind of a pain. There we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, the housing's all torqued. I'm just gonna torque our pivot ball stud. 33 foot-pounds. And remember that on this, tightening is loosening is tightening. So, looks like we're loosening it up, but actually we're tightening it. It's snug. Like I said, gotta be very careful with this. You want to follow your torque spec exactly, because what will happen is if you torque it up too far, these will crack right here, and then it'll pin itself in the thread, and you gotta get a cutoff wheel in there, cut the stud off, and then when you get the bell housing off, there's an actual hex head portion of it that you can get a socket on and get it out that way. And you can call Billy ZR51 Performance and he'll get you another one. Oh, that's it, done. Okay, and you know, put this locking cap on there. Gotta be very careful with these. These are kind of sketchy. And you say like 10 foot-pounds or whatever, but I don't know. I usually use a kind of an educated elbow. I got this set at 89 inch-pounds. This is a regular thread. Yeah, it just bind in there pretty good. You don't need to go crazy with it. Don't want to break that sucker off. So there we go. Torqued around the bell housing. Your pivot ball stud is torqued. Locking cap is on. Dust cover's on. Now we're ready to get the transmission into position. All right. Let's get the transmission up on the jack. Now we're lined up. Put a rag there for the input shaft just in case it touches. Keep the jack in. Lined up. Get it past the drain plug on the bucket. And there you go. Leveled up on okay. There we go. Okay. Transmission's in third gear. Let's redeploy the vent tube. And we can start doing our thigh master jacking. The old foot. Let's get this baby jacked up. The old thigh master jacking with the foot here. Just tight. Make sure you're in third gear so you can clear the tunnel hole. Jacked up. There's the exhaust. Okay, lined up. See. Read a tube. Get it jacked up enough so you can get it in the hole of the bell housing. And lean back a little bit, get it lined up with the throw bearing. Start getting in the throw bearing a little bit so you can get the shifter lever past the hole. There you go. Jack it up. Get that shifter lever into the boot. Yeah, start checking our alignment here. So we got same amount of gap on the top as you do on the bottom between the bell housing and the transmission. There we go. Man. Torque setting here, it's 37 pounds. Yeah. Torqued up. There you go. Now what we can do is hold this down a little bit so we can get full clearance here. I'll put this in neutral. There we go. And what we do is go on the other side and get that reverse license wire in. easier to do it now. I got the home. You get that little get the little wire hanger thingy up there attached. Much easier. You got the tranny tilted back. There we go. Just connect her in. Touchy feely. Flashlight might help. Okay, here we go. There we go. The first light switch is in. Our clamp is in. Might as well put this wire on here. Leave the second gear skip shift thing unplugged. It's a nuisance. Right there. There we go. Now what we'll do is grab the beam. Let's see, I'll move the camera here. And the old beam. What we do is, yeah, we'll get it started. What we do is get it started, get it up past the emergency brake cable, kind of let you hold it up there. Jack up the tranny a little bit. I don't want to go too far yet because go up a little bit. Make sure that the shifter lever is inside the boot hole. There we go, do that. So we'll push that boot off of that seal. Alright, we got our boot in position. Now we can back it up much. A little bit. A little room. So we got it going on here. Still nice and loose in bed. Let's pivot this side. There you go, a little bit. Jack it up some more. Okay. Get that emergency brake cable past there. Work the beam in. Back it up a little more. There you go. There you go. Very nice. Make sure you're close to where they're pinching you. Hang on a little bit. So let's see, what I do is I leave it forward a little bit like that. You see the holes here? And the holes here, they got room. So now we're going to get into the mess. What's this? An old window weld, 3M urethane. Part number 0608609. Alright, we got our urethane here. Had to cut the end off and play games with it. It's getting down low on the tube, and yeah, it was trying to dry up on me. So what we do is we take this stuff and we got to coat the surfaces real good on top and bottom. That's why we lead the beam back a little bit. I usually put on like 3 sets of gloves because it's going to get messy. It's usually not as messy with when I have the beam plates, which makes it a lot easier to put together, and you get the added bonus of performance with those beam plates. It says it'll keep it from kicking on you when you're banging through the gears. Car wants to kick to the right a little. Kind of takes that away. Billy made them up a long time ago. It's a real pain in the butt taking these things apart and putting them back together. So he kind of did that for convenience. Then realized ended up having a nice little added extra bonus of performance. Stiffening up the car a little, keeping it from kicking. Yeah, this stuff's nasty, but it's got to be done. Got to be done. You got to have it in there. Makes a world of difference. It's like ink, though. Can get very out of control. But like I said, I put a couple of sets of gloves on, so when you totally gunk the first pair up, when you're trying to get the bolts in and all that neat stuff, you can tear off the first layer. And clean ones. Get all these coated up good. A little spatula. Leave it back here like this, you can get at all the surfaces. Like I said, can get nasty. Use those little towelettes, Workmate ones, or I can't remember the name of the other ones that Billy always gets, but they're like wet wipes, but mechanical ones. They work really well. I'll remember the name in a minute. I'll get this shit off you. And then any tools, I usually stick the spatula to a magnet on the toolbox and just let it dry. Once it dries, you can peel it right off. Just don't even bother trying to clean it when it's wet. Like I said, it's no fun. Yep. Just get that back in there. Nice and nice. Rub it around a little. Rub a dub dub. Have this baby on the jack stand. And what we do is get it real messy. Just lined up a little. Hole. It just makes super mess, but you know. It's alright. Screw cap on this sucker. And we'll get it. Yeah, hopefully I'm not swimming in it too bad by the time we're done, but probably. Okay. Got our bolts with the washers on. Yeah, you buy the beam plates from Billy. Totally worth it. I'll give you instructions about all this stuff, but if you got the jack set right, you usually can slide these babies right up in. Pretty easy. Put your washer and a nut on top. too much of a mess. The back's a lot easier than the front. You get your hand up there. There you go. Yeah, nice. Get the hands good up. That's part of the fun. Nice. Very nice. Nice and sticky. But like I said, you gotta do it. Don't not put it in because it's messy or whatever. You don't want to deal with it. You have to do it. It makes a big difference. Okay. I'm using my cheater tool since it's a little baby. Make it easier for tightening. Oh yeah, that's messy. Alright, now for trolls, they're a real pain because you don't have a lot of room. Stuff them up there. And do is just get them up far enough so they're just barely through. So you're through. And what I do is I jack it down a little bit. Get that little extra room so I can get the nuts caught. Let's see if I can do this without making too much of a mess of myself. Just barely reach it up there. Washers. Oh yeah. Nice and sticky. Nice and messy. My favorite part of the whole day. There you go. Put one on there. Oh yeah. One nut. Definitely much easier with the beam plates that Billy sells. Highly recommended. Just between installation and the added performance you get from them, totally worth the money. Not that I'm trying to boost sales any. There we go. Alright, so I got everything caught, so what I can do is take off a sloppy layer of these. Good. Clean, fresh start in life. Everything's sticking to me. Grab our 18mm and our 21mm. should have put that on before I stripped off that layer of gloves, but that's alright. That's why I put like 3 layers on. Get those sucked down a little bit. Down a little bit. There we go. Jack this up a little bit. Get this in the right position. So these little spec little pieces that Billy sells with the beam plates. Short one goes on the side, and the tall one goes on top. The tall one's 1.77, the other one's 1.2. Give or take, you know, a quarter inch or whatever. So what you do is take the short one, go up to the front here, the first section on the beam, and firewall on the beam. You pull it over a little bit. And it should be, you know, somewhere within a quarter inch. Here, go down a little bit. There's the top. Spacer, the top one's the long one. 1.77. You know, let's give or take. You usually see, I usually go by where the top of the shifter matches up with the, which is just about 1.77, matches up with the tunnel hole. That's usually my guide. And then this baby here, you should be able to rattle it in there a little bit, and you're right there. Let's snug these a little bit. I think it fell off up there. Feels like it. Oh yes, it did. Yep. Okay. Take that out of there now, because I use the wrench to torque it up, because those things will get stuck up there. After you're done torquing, then you gotta back it off a little and pry them out and all that neat stuff. Same thing, this one. That one out of there. Alright. Nice and messy. All I'll do is take these off, get down to our final layer, and then we're kind of done with the real sluffiness. And it says it's the most fun of the whole mission. Get your 18mm for the back. I mean, 21mm for the back, 18 for the front. Right there. And 21's right here. 21mm socket. Make sure extension. So the rear is 53. Man. And get the wrench up here, which is always fun. There we go. Wrench is on there. Usually I'll hit it a couple times because you don't want to mush all that together. But you don't want to over torque them. It's important. That's the right job. Okay, get the back one. That washer. There's one on that thing. Okay. There we go. And believe it or not, you just barely get the wrenches up there. And do this a couple times. See how it wants to go a little bit more. There we go. 53 pounds. Let's get this puppy out. Those are tight. Yeah, like it says, gets all over the wrenches, gets on everything. Got up against the jack stand. Let it dry, it'll peel right off. No worries. Alright. Let's do the front. The front is 37 pounds. It's a little more fun looking at these. Wedged up there. There you go. Always fun. And wedged up there. Be careful with that. They had it on there, but I guess not, eh? Always fun. What's the hell spot? There you go. There you go. Alright. Alright. Hard part's over. Messy part. Not really hard, but kind of. Can be a pain. Down a lot of them. So, not so much pain anymore. Let's get that wrench out. That's the biggest pain. And the orange is out. Come on, baby. Yeah. Don't know why. Being difficult. Just here. Oh. There you go. Okay. We'll check that one since we had a little fun getting the wrench out. Contortionist maneuver. There we go. I got a little patience with that stuff. There you go. Flim flam, take him in. I get the jack out of the way. Don't get down in their face anymore. There you go. Throw a dry shaft in, throw a save cylinder on, the exhaust back in, and you're done. Pretty easy after this part here. Probably no reason to continue this video anymore. You already took the exhaust out. If you watched my video on the transmission removal, then you'll see all that stuff anyway. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, G Toolbox Talk, for all kinds of other content. We'll see you next time.